Oh, hey. My husband keeps buying these for me because I keep asking for them. What a great spouse. I love this flavor. Okay. What have we been up to? I got a new shirt. Thrifted it. It was $3.50. My brain has been tired, so we've just been granny squaring. For y'all who don't know, this is the Red Heart Yarnspiration granny square color. You don't have to switch colors, it's just supposed to make the granny square. I'm not planning on making these to like sell to anybody, so basically this yarn normally $10 a skein. Yikes. Yikes. I found it on clearance at my local Walmart for like $4. Not so yikes. So I've just been treating it like $4 yarn instead of $10 yarn because it doesn't feel like $10 yarn. Like, I understand that a lot more had to go into the concept of dyeing the yarn, but it's still Red Heart. Like, it's not overly soft. It's just Red Heart. With that being said, you guys probably heard me talk about this the other night when I was showing you guys, but if some of it bleeds in a little bit, I'm not suing. I'm not redoing. I'm not throwing a tantrum. I'm not, like, it is what it is. This one, I think, no, see still, it didn't come out quite perfectly. But like, they look fine. I'm not worried about it. Probably, I thought that I would put these into like a little bag, but now I'm thinking maybe another cardigan. Do I dare? Maybe a vest. Maybe an embellished version of this. Who knows? Not me. They're such bright, fun summer colors that I'm almost worried about making a fall-esque outfit with it because they are very, very bright and summery, which I love. I am so excited that this was what got left for me to pick up from the clearance shelf. Yeah, the only other one that I'm like, I wish that I could have gotten that one maybe instead is they have like a blue and brown one, and those colors were just so pretty. But I love the neon. Like, the neon, it speaks to me. Anyway, I haven't really been doing much else. I've just been doing that. I bought 2 skeins, and this is where skein number 1 is at. I have a whole nother one, so I'll have lots of granny squares. My husband was like, oh, are you making a blanket? And I was like, I don't think so. But who knows, if I am tired enough, maybe that's what I'll do. Just make it into a blanket. Oh, hey! It's towards the end of the evening. It is very dark outside, as you can see. I finished 1 skein of the color changing granny squares from Red Heart. It's very interesting. It said that it would make 14. I got 15 and an almost complete one. It's just missing the white. Don't know why we have, I mean, I guess it depends, like, if you pull from the outside or from the center, but I don't know why you wouldn't just say always pull from the center and then include enough yarn to make a 16th granny square. Don't know. But I'm gonna hold on to this because I might go ahead and get some white Red Heart to stitch things together, and if I do that, this is a whole nother granny square. I just need the white to add on to it. So yeah, we are working on granny square number 16 now. Yeah, breaking in the new skein, getting it started, working it up. I have laid out the 15 that I have, and I just can't quite tell if it's enough because I don't want to do square, like a square neckline. I would rather flip and do diagonal and kind of go off of that shape, so that way the granny squares are diagonal instead of square. So I don't know if I have enough granny squares to do that. I'm gonna do a little bit of mapping and then finish up the granny squares from this skein and maybe pin them together and see if it makes the shape that I want it to make. We'll see. Because I don't mind it being tight, but I don't want it to be so snug that I don't want to wear it. So anywho, that's all I've got. Oh hey! I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to be doing with these squares, and I'm using my fall cardigan as a template to try to map out. I'm thinking more of like a bolero type situation, like just with sleeves. I did not find any good white yarn at my mom's. Let me set you down so that we're not jostling. I didn't find any white yarn at my mother's, so I did some snooping around. I don't love to take yarn from my stash because specifically I have projects for that yarn, but also if I want to finish this one, do I buy more yarn or do I use what I already have? I think we're going to use what I already have. So here are my thoughts. We have two white options. These are from projects I've already planned out. So it's not the ideal situation, but it's better than going off and buying more red hard yarn. Big brain energy. I'm leaning more towards I love this yarn. A, because it's most similar to this red heart weight and style of yarn. And B, because Hobby Lobby is really close to where I work. It's like on the way home or on the way into the office, and I feel much more comfortable stopping there by myself on my way home from work. I am not a big city girly. I work in a big city, but I am not a big city girl. I live in a small rural town. I love that atmosphere. And yeah, traffic, lots of people, just the inability to feel like I have a lot of control in what's happening around me gives me a lot of anxiety. I'm working on it, it's getting better, but I don't love just going on solo adventures. That's not fun for me most of the time. Sometimes I still do it though. This was actually one of the first purchases I ever bought on a solo trip. So, fun fact. I've had it for a while. My plan is to make blue and white granny squares that kind of mimic that Dutch china that's kind of blue, white. It's really pretty. Lots of women put it in their houses as decorations. My mom really likes that style, and so it makes me think of her. So I really want to do blue and white granny squares, but I haven't done that yet. And since I haven't done that yet, I'm thinking maybe I should go ahead and use this yarn to finish up these granny squares, and then, you know, later down the road, I'll pick up some more so that we can do some more granny squares. I think it'll be fine. I know that I'll have to buy more yarn of this anyway if I'm gonna make a blanket. If I make like a cardigan or something, I probably would have only needed this skein, but if I'm making a blanket, probably need like 4 or 5, to be honest. Anywho, I'm going to pin together my top that I'm making with the red heart granny squares. And then once I've come up with the right fit that I have / want, we'll go from there. I probably won't keep this top. The colors are really bright and really fun, but I'm just not sure I'll keep it. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, hey. Hi. Hello. Let me just tell you a little bit about what I did today, because I had a little bit of fun today, just Un poco. Let's start with projects that we've been doing. So, I went out and I attached all of these up to make kind of like a bolero type thing. Here's kind of the neck hole. I can wear this, but it's very tight. So like these are 2 granny squares. So it's only this, and your girl lifts. So this is a little bit too muscular to fit into here. But my little sister, who's 13, it fits her really nicely. And so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do kind of like a little collar, kind of like the shirt I'm wearing right now, actually. I'm going to do a little collar, I'm going to do a little bit cuffing, and then I'm going to do some single crocheting on the bottom to make it all in. I'm just going to be using some white I Love This yarn from Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, and if you have a yarn churner, I Love This yarn works like butter in yarn churners, like the 48, 40 pin yarn machines, knitting machines. So, pro tip, I did go to Hobby Lobby today and I looked at all the yarn, but it's not on their normal, they rotate between what's on sale and what's not on sale, and it's not on sale this week, so I didn't get anything. But Hobby Lobby has so many beautiful multicolored I Love This yarns. I love them so much. They're so pretty. I wish I could just buy all of them. And they have such bright, vibrant colors and so many different shades of purple. Ooh! I just love it. It was beautiful getting to look at it all. So anyway, that's where this is. I thought for about 5 minutes that I was going to have to completely frog this. But then I was like, wait a minute, it doesn't have to fit me. It can fit somebody else whom I love. And my little sister really liked it, and she wanted to wear it. So we're going to fix that up. I'm probably going to work on that tonight, to be honest. Up next, I have multiple sisters who are, well, okay. I have 2 sisters, and I have 1 niece who they are wanting some tops from the extra sugar and cream yarn that I had, Lily Sugar and Cream. And I offered this to them. It's not like they just like demanded it. I offered, Passionate Kelsey had a giant huge sale. I bought all of her top patterns. So these are Passionate Kelsey top patterns that I'm about to show you. And basically like I just helped them find their size. I showed them all of the patterns that I had and all of the different yarn colors that I had. And I offered to make them whatever they wanted, as long as I had the yarn for it already and I didn't have to go out and buy new yarn. So currently I made a green River Dahlia top, and I made a, I think it's like Ombre Sea Ahoy or something, Dahlia top. Both of those are smalls, and I've started on an extra small Dahlia top. So, or no, this isn't a Dahlia. No, it is. It is. This is a Dahlia. Yeah, an extra small Dahlia top. So, I have about 9 of those to make. I've already made 1, so I've made 2 more. That one's the 4th one. So I'm about halfway through, a little bit less than halfway through, all of the tops for my 2 younger sisters and my niece. Let's see what else. I got a bunch of yarn from the secondhand store in my town. Someone has just been bringing a bunch of yarn, which is fine. I'm here for it. First off, not from the yarn that got donated that I bought, but I had 2 granny squares left. I like whenever I just have scrap yarn and I'm making granny squares with it or whatever, to make just simple little purses for little girls. I'll probably go through and strengthen this band. Like, I'm not quite done with it, bear with me. But this is just a cute little purse. It's going to go to some adorable little girl who will be so excited to have a purse. So that's exciting. And then this is all of the yarn that got brought in to the secondhand store, and I just picked it up because it was really fun or unique, kind of novelty type yarn. Let's see. Okay, so I've made a bunch of twisted ear warmers. So I made this ear warmer right here, and see it's kind of twisted in the front. It's kind of hard to see because the yarn's so thick and fuzzy. But I don't really have the yarn. I dual use the yarn. So this has two types of yarn. One is called Tickle Me yarn, and then the other one is a kind of wavy yarn. Like the yarn literally looks like this. You can buy it at Joann's, but it's like really thick and warm. So that's this one. This one is too small for an adult head. I ran out of the brown, plenty of Tickle Me yarn, so that's this really fuzzy thin yarn. But the kind of dark brown in here, I ran out of, so this is like a child's headband, and again, twisted headband. And then this one, I'm actually pretty pleased with how this one turned out. I had just some plain blue, and then I had this really pretty kind of gold thread that has speckled spots on the thread. And yeah, another twisted headband. It's really pretty. It's not super duper thick, but some people don't need that. So yeah, just a bunch of cute little headbands, nothing too crazy, but they are just kind of like warm and fun, and it's nice to get rid of them. They're just single crochet, so they kind of ate up the yarn pretty quickly. And yeah, just some nice little yarn eaters. Let's see. I did go to the store today. I mentioned that I was in Hobby Lobby and I didn't get anything, but I did get stuff from Joann's. I got a new bag. I go to Joann's so rarely, like I would say it's probably once a quarter maybe, that every time I go I get a new bag. Eventually I won't need to do that anymore because I'll have too many bags, but for now, that's not the case. First thing we got, my younger sister actually picked this out because I make them scrunchies. She said, I love this hot pink. I would love scrunchies in this color. So I'm gonna make scrunchies out of this hot pink. And this is just Juicy Couture. Passionate Kelsey also has a scrunchie tutorial if you want that. Make sure you pay attention to the dates though, because if she's using double crochet, don't follow that tutorial. Follow the triple crochet tutorial. Last but not least, I have these. I got 3 of them. I have been eyeing these on the Joann's website for so long. I debated so heavily against like getting the green or getting the purple. I got the purple. If I really love it, I'll probably go back and get the greens. This yarn feels so soft. I'm pretty sure it's just acrylic. Acrylic, nylon, polyester. So anyway, I'm super duper excited about that. I think I might use it to like make a cardigan, maybe. I don't know. It's so soft. I want to make it for something. I thought maybe a sweater, but I might not have enough yarn to make a sweater. We'll see. We'll see. And not yarn related, but maybe you'll think this is cute. There's a store called Windsor, which has really expensive clothing, honestly. But they have really good sales. And if you go into like their clearance, usually they have like a $10, $5 clearance rack type thing. My sister got a prom dress for $10 and it is gorgeous. Like it looks like the dress Anastasia wore in, I don't think she goes by I think she goes by Anastasia. Yeah, Anastasia, in that Disney movie? Is it Disney? I don't know. That's one of my favorite movies, but I don't know who made it. Anyway, sister got a dress. I got a corset. It looks pretty big. It is a large, but it has a bow in the back. And my favorite thing is not only does it have a bow in the back, but it also has this in the front. So you can lace up the back as tight as you want, do the bow, and then just clasp yourself in on the front. So I'm really excited about this. This was $10. Originally it was $35. So not as big as a $100 prom dress to $10 prom dress. But you know, we take our wins where we can get them. And it's really pretty. I really like the blue roses on it. I've really come into the color blue recently. I've been embracing it. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. I'm going to keep eating at the yarn. I have a bunch of secondhand yarn just thrown all over my desk. My craft room has been a mess. I hope you enjoyed this like little tiny mini haul. I know it's not super a lot, but I had a pretty chill day, and I was excited about the yarn that I got, excited about the course that I got, and excited about the progress I've made on some of my yarn. See you later.